Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are continuing to work on the Margarete Miller weekly collage planner, and we are already to week number 40, so the weeks are continuing to fly by. There's not, too many more left for the year. And so this week's challenge, the collage prompts are a window or door. So I cut out this door, and it came from this big piece of scrapbooking paper. It is from Webster's Pages. It's a really old one from 2012. So I did cut that out. And so I think that's going to be obviously my main piece on this layout. And then the next item on the prompts were something that represents time. So I did have this sticker that came off of this sticker sheet right here. And I had backed it onto, because it's a clear sticker, I backed it onto some pink cardstock. I was going to use this in some other project, and I never did. And so I think I'm probably going to lean towards that one, but I did pull out a couple other things just to have on my desk, just in case. So here's another watch. I think this is some old Prima paper. I also still have some die cuts that my friend gave me that's kind of a clock. So I have those also for something that represents time. A clock represents time. You could also maybe use like a time period too for that prompt if you wanted to. The next item, a chewing gum or cough drop wrapper. And so I did pull out some cough drops wrappers and a piece of clothing. And so what I just decided to do for the piece of clothing is I have some Tim Holtz paper dolls, and so I just pulled the first three that were on the top. And so I have this cute little girl and these beautiful women. They all have either dresses or coats or hats or pretty dresses. And then also right under these women were this cute little dog. So I pulled him out too, just in case he fits onto the scene somewhere. And then the next one after a piece of clothing is block text. And so now to me, the word block text is either it's like letters that are kind of written in block form, or else a block text is like a group of texts that are in a block form or a square form. So that could be a paragraph or words in a square or a rectangle, something like that. At least that's what I'm thinking block text means. And so I thought about just pulling out some dictionary pages or a piece of paper or a paper from one of my books that I've been tearing out of using for collaging. But then I came across some graphic 45 paper. So to me, like this one is from the Off to the Races collection. I mean, these look like blocks of text, they're in little squares. But then I also had the typography paper. And so like this one, again, there's some, little blocks of sentiments. But I also found when I opened up this paper pad, I had some that I had already cut apart off of this one. So I'm going to probably try to use up some of these scraps for the block text. Whether I just use one or a couple of them, I don't know yet. And then the last one was bonus, was a bug or an insect. And butterflies are kind of an insect, and so I pulled out a couple of different butterflies. I had this cute little card. I also had this from a scrapbooking paper collection that I cut out, and then this is a punch out from a paper collection. So I'm probably leaning towards one of these two just because there's some pink in that door. So I'll put those up here. And so again, I usually like to start off with one of my biggest pieces. So this door, I think, I'm just going to probably layer it this way just because of the way I cut it out. Something that represents time. Like I said, I think I want to use this clock. So maybe for now I can just put it up here, possibly, or off to a corner. So maybe I'll just put it up here. Chewing gum or cough drop wrapper. That one's kind of interesting one. Part of me is tempted just to skip that one, but I want to force myself to do a collage maybe with something that I normally wouldn't use. So this one's really bright, but I do like that these ones have little flowers at the bottom. So right now I'm thinking maybe what if I cut all these off and I could layer them, you know, across the top or maybe the bottom since they're flowers. So maybe if I cut off just parts of those and maybe make a border, because I have, you know, 4 pieces, the tops and the bottom, so I could cut these and maybe put them across the bottom somehow under the door. And then it would maybe look like I had washi or something down there. So I think I'll do that, and I'll do that across the whole bottom, I think. I think it'll take, you know, 3 pieces to go across. So I won't use this one. A piece of clothing. So I have these women all in different attires. And so, I mean, any of them I think would look cute standing. You know, you could stand them next to the door on either side. Okay, I think I have to use her because there's this little bird cage on this door, and wouldn't that be cute to kind of angle her so it looks like she's actually holding on to the bird cage maybe? So I think she'll be the gal that I use, and of course she has a cute little dress on for a piece of clothing. So the next one is block text. So I have, those are the ones I have cut out right now. So I could layer them up here, but what if I were to layer them maybe underneath her onto the side? You know, I think that would work possibly. You know, and then maybe carry it all the way up, maybe, onto the side. So yeah, it looks like 3 of these will fit all the way up across. So maybe I'll do that. And of course, my book is getting kind of full, so they're kind of sliding off. But you guys get the picture for those. So yeah, I think I'll do that. And again, I'm going to put her there. And so then the only thing that I have left that I have to put on is a bug or an insect. And I don't have to because that is the bonus. But, you know, you could easily put the butterfly anywhere. I'm just trying to see if maybe... I do like the butterfly right there. I think I could just center that in the middle up top still. I still like that. Okay, these really don't want to stay right now, but and so then so I've met all the requirements, and then I still had this little dog if I wanted to use it just for fun, and maybe I will. I think this looks kind of cute with the dog looking at her. So maybe I'll use that too. But I think I want to do something different in the background back here. And so I'm wondering, since I cut out of this scrapbooking paper for this piece, that maybe I just cut this sector out and just layer it back here. So I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. So, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out this large sheet, and I'm going to glue down everything that I have here, and then I'll come back and show you guys. Okay, I'm back and I have finished gluing everything down, and I think it's a nice layout given what the prompts were for this week. And again, we're week 40, and the prompts were a window or a door, so I have this door right here. Something that represents time. I have the clock up here. A chewing gum or cough drop wrapper, and so I cut up just the base of this cough drop wrapper. It kind of reminds me of washi tape when I glued it together like that. It's a little bright for the layout, but it works. And then a piece of clothing. This little girl's wearing a really cute little tutu type dress. Block text, and so my interpretation of that is just text that's kind of in a block, and so I had these little squares of or rectangles of text. They all have little cities from throughout the world on them listed for that. And then the bonus was a bug or an insect, and I went ahead and added the little butterfly right there. And so again, that is my completed prompts for week number 40. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Happy crafting, and I hope to see you back next week for week number 41.